Sponsored by Duncan.
Sponsored by Soccer USA. This episode is brought to you by.
These are so nice, bro. Good donuts. Soccer USA runs on Duncan.
Okay.
What's happening with this one right here? Just
Do you know what button to push on that one?
it's the red button, right?
Yeah, do you know where it's at?
I'm pretty sure I can find it.
Okay. Yo, 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 yo. How do we sound in your ear, buddy?
Sound perfect.
You're going to want to turn
Yeah,
this.
this way. How about that? Right. Move a little bit closer to my
And then you're number 3.
Okay.
Keep going. Keep talking.
Hello, hello, hello. Check mic 1, 2, 3.
You can also pick it up and grab it.
Oh, okay. Might do that.
You sound good, Paulo.
So I can
Nice.
Like a pop star.
And you can just grab the whole thing. Like,
Oh, just like that.
just do it like that. Whatever feels comfortable. And you can also take it off from there. Yo, 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 yo.
Hello, hello.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
You
You always put.
Sorry. Hold on, let me see what other buttons I got. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Reporting live from Soccer USA. No. Do you have an intro for yourself? Can you think of one? Like one on the fly? Have you thought of one if you were on the radio?
Yeah, what's going on, everyone? It's Ramin G from Soccer USA in Oklahoma City. Something like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm
Is
thinking
that
like,
sexy enough?
like reporting live from the soccer store in Oklahoma City. Soccer USA. Something like that.
Hello. Something like that. Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds good.
All right, let's just jump in. Ready?
Let's do it. Let's do it, man.
Here we go. Yo, welcome back to the Mas Futbol podcast, the #1 soccer podcast in South Oklahoma City. I'm your host, Ricardo Ulloa, and with me today, Paulo Lopez.
What is up?
How are you today, bro?
Up and dandy.
Up and dandy. And here on time on a Saturday morning?
Here on time. Actually, a little bit late because I went to the other one.
We praise when people do good things here. And I also have a guest. No, there we go. Special guest today. If you can see here, we are recording live from the Oklahoma City soccer store, Soccer USA, with my homeboy Ramin.
What's going on, everyone? It's a pleasure to be on. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Stop. I'm blushing. Stop.
Hey man, and
So kind.
I appreciate you for coming on the podcast, man.
I appreciate you guys having me. It's an absolute honor. Thank you, guys.
We got Soccer USA in the house. We're actually in Soccer USA's house.
We are literally here right now. So I appreciate you guys stopping by, man. I get to see what we have in and have the visual as far as the footwear that we have in. And we got a couple exclusive shoes that I'm going to show you guys in a little bit too. So
Woo, I'm excited.
There's
Yeah.
nothing that gets me more excited than shoes,
some
bro.
shoes.
I don't know how you
Same.
feel about soccer shoes, but when I was in high school, did you ever get the Eurosport sent to you?
I didn't. I wasn't really. Oh, you talking about the magazine, right?
The magazine that
I
you
did.
could sign up
Mhm.
for free, that you would get every month.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to like give myself false hope, you know? 'Cause
No,
I wasn't that like shoes were expensive.
Window
and
shopping, you just looking. I mean, I would never purchase a shoe, to be honest with you, but
Mhm.
I would collect those. You know, they'd come in the mail, and
I
you take them to
guess.
Yeah.
school,
I
and
guess.
you'd show them off.
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to look cool.
You remember the Eurosport days?
I remember. Oh yeah, I remember.
I'm sorry, I'm getting flashbacks. Soccer
Oh,
shoes,
good
Eurosport.
flashbacks. Good flashbacks, man.
I'm unpacking it all. But for the people that don't know you, can you
Yes.
introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about what you do?
Absolutely, yeah. We're here right now in Soccer USA in Oklahoma City. We've been in business for over 30 years now. My name is Ramin G. I'm the boss junior. My father is the actual owner of the stores. Yeah, he started about 32 years ago, actually, in Oklahoma City. Actually, just down the street where that Quick Print is at right now. And we've just been kept going ever since. I mean, we have all the different kinds of footwear. We do team uniforms. I mean, we got all the equipment and all the jerseys. We're really excited about this World Cup coming up pretty soon, too.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
going to be a
yeah,
good
yeah.
World Cup. It's going to be real good. It's had a good time, too.
November?
November, I think, with the holidays and everything, a little bit more relaxed.
Yes.
That'll be good. It'll be different. It'll be a vibe.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great vibe.
Yeah.
Are you looking? Who do you think is gonna win the World Cup?
To be honest with you, I think and I want them to win Argentina.
Argentina.
I want Messi to get I want Messi to get a World Cup. I don't know. They've been performing real well as of
They have.
recent. I don't know as far as when it comes to the World Cup, though. I mean,
Big stage.
at the same time, you never know. Teams like France. Who else? Brazil might.
Brazil, I think
something.
Brazil look really dangerous. Paulo?
You got teams like France, Belgium, Germany.
Yep.
Germany's pretty solid as well.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be a good one. It definitely will be.
It will be. I think Vinny Jr. for Brazil, if he can pick up this form, it's all about the form when they go into the World
Yeah.
Cup, too. It's about how much they can play.
Yeah.
And
I also think it's about grit, too, because a lot of those games are just like, let's not get scored on and find a way to score.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Really good. Really
You see
good.
a lot of strategies come out during those games, depending on who they're playing.
Yeah, where are you from?
From Iran. Well, my
Iran?
family, from Iran. I was born and raised here, but they're from Iran. So, Iran, they always put up a good, nice little fight.
They're in the World Cup.
They're in the World Cup.
They seem to always make it to the World Cup, right? Not always, but they're one of the ones that are more consistent.
In the past 3 World Cups, they've made it. And we got USA, England,
Ooh.
and there's another team that should be coming up pretty soon. I don't know. It's a qualifier in Europe, I
Mhm.
think. Yeah, it's going to be good, though. I don't know as far as how we'll perform against England. This USA game will be fun, though.
Yeah, it
It'll be a
is.
good
USA England game.
That is going to be a game.
Mexico Argentina is the one that I'm
That's
looking
another
for.
one.
That'd be huge. Mexico Argentina is always a great.
Always
match.
great, man.
Always a great match.
We got to get some redemption from. Is it 06?
It's 06. It's also 10. It's
Mhm.
also it's there's a couple. There's a
Yep.
lot.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah.
And I mean, I see you kind of touching on this. I mean, what is this? Since we're kind of talking about the World Cup.
Yeah.
Talking about the World Cup, what do we have here, Ramin?
We have the official World Cup ball for Qatar 2022.
Oh my God, dude!
Yeah,
Do you
man.
feel this?
Yeah, dude, this is.
Nice
This is
detail.
like God.
It's a good looking ball. Nice detail.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So this shop
Yeah.
it has original soccer balls, original soccer shoes.
Absolutely.
But can you tell me where this all started? Who had the vision to create the soccer store?
It was mainly my father, to be honest with you, and he's got a grind on a whole different level. As far as he's working 7 days a week nonstop, he always has been. I mean, he went through a lot of sacrifice. Put his head down, put the work in, and he really built a lot of this place. And then now with the fantastic support that we have of our team, I mean, if you don't mind, let me give a quick shout out.
Shout him out.
Yeah, Chava, Javi, Christian Lopez, Abe, and then we got some new young guys on the team, Lucas, Jackson, real great guys, man. And then I can't forget John. John, he's a gentleman that's been with my father for over 10 years, and although he's on a new career path right now, man, he helped my father out a lot. So much love for him. Much love for all the guys. I mean, this is what we're doing now, man. We're really trying to expand. We're trying to get, and as you said, we have all the footwear. We're trying to get more footwear than ever before. Really just trying to pack the store with everything that we can. And, I mean, you can see it right now. We have
These bad boys right here.
the Nike Tiempo Premier. That's the 3rd model. That's the newest one. And that's always a top quality shoe. That's actually one of the first ones I usually recommend to our clients.
It smells brand new.
Brand new. Man, that's that fresh leather right there.
Hey,
Yeah.
Paulo, whenever you got a brand new shoe, is there anything that you do special with them? Would you take a shower with them? Would you sleep with them on? Like, is that just me? Sorry. Is this weird?
That's very weird.
I've seen the shower or anything, but I don't know as far as...
The soccer shoe is like your weapon. It is an extension of yourself on the field.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Depending on what you have, you might have a shield, a sword, or you might choose to be good at magic or something. I don't know. But every shoe kind of, I believe, tells a little bit about the player.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna take it to the shower. Like I'll put it on and I'll wear it like for like the rest of the day that I have to kind of break it in. But I'm never gonna take it to the shower.
Have you-
So if you put it on in the shower,
Perfect.
before you
This is
put
perfect.
it on,
This is perfect.
you're in the shower, right? And you're shampooing, you're using the body wash and whatnot. Do you put that on after you're done with all that, so the soap doesn't go within the shoe too?
That's true.
That's what I would recommend. As far as the whole showering with the shoe, I mean, hey, that's up to you.
That's pretty weird.
What's
I
the-
mean, it's weird.
What's the
yeah.
best way to
He
break the
said
shoe?
no refunds.
What's the best way to refund?
You're gonna bring it up and be like, hey, "There's water damage to this shoe."
I
And
mean,
don't
some
know where
people
it
have
comes
different
from.
ways of breaking in a shoe.
It smells like Pantene.
It's new. It's new. All right. I walked myself into that one.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's well, to be honest with you, I would say if you got a game in the weekend and you get the shoe, let's say Monday or whatever. I would say just give it 1 or 2 days to break them in, really.
Mhm.
Some shoes, it might take a little bit longer. I would say for the premieres that you picked up, it takes less than 1 practice.
Less than 1 practice.
Yeah, it's super comfortable from the beginning. Some of the new models with that mesh material, whether it's Flyknit or Adidas's kind of demon skin material, it takes a little bit longer. But overall, nowadays, they make the shoes real comfortable. And I definitely tell our clients anytime they come in, this is why we're here. You're able to try on the footwear, trying to see what you like. I'll bring out a client. I don't mind. I'll bring them out every shoe in the store so they can see which ones fit the best. And I think that's the best way to do it. When I see that a client is comfortable with the shoe and they can get it for a great price, that they're satisfied, that's what means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to sell them something over their price point or something they're not comfortable with just because it's the newest thing. You know what I mean? That's why I try to carry a variety of the older footwear as well. And as we mentioned earlier, the Copa Mundials that we were talking about before we went live, those are always shoes I recommend. Those, the premieres, and then actually we just started carrying Charlie too, which we're really happy about. The Charlie boots, recently struck a deal with them this past month. I mean, for less than $100, you get a good quality, solid leather boot, and I'm really happy to carry them too, because as far as leather footwear, it's not the easiest to come by nowadays. And for Charlie to have it in, ready to go from the beginning, and we can recommend it to our clients for a great price point, why not, bro?
Yeah.
I'll do it all day.
I'm a firm believer in the leather. The touch is different. The mesh, other stuff,
Absolutely.
I mean, different things are good against different weather, but for me, leather is just the way to go.
Leather boots is always a solid choice. That's one of the first things I actually recommend is leather boots. Those, and then you have the new wave, the new generation. I completely understand it. They go for the Mercurials, the Vapors, the Superflies, which are awesome boots too. I mean, a lot of
They're great boots, but for me, the Superfly always gave me blisters.
Always
Always in the back and always on the top of my foot right there. So I always was a Tiempo guy.
Yep.
And the beauty of the leather is that once you wear it and you have played with it forever, it feels like a sock.
It does.
It just molds right to your foot, and there's nothing better.
Nothing bad.
Bro, and it's so classy, like all the stitching in the front. And all this is
Absolutely.
classy.
The R10s, the white and gold R10s.
Stop.
R10s.
Those are
Gosh,
the
those are
elite.
nice.
The gold and white ones too. Woo!
I had a pair of the limited edition remakes not too long ago, about 3 years ago. 3 years ago was kind of long. But man, that one I was always looking. Every time I come to the store, that was the first thing I look. Oh man, you're beautiful shoe. You're beautiful. And then when it finally sold, I had a few tears, but it was good, man.
Yeah, I could definitely,
Yeah, those the Tatis, and I got some Pirlos right here too. Actually,
Shout out to Chacho. I know he has a pair of Totis.
oh, he's got the Tatis.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah, that one was a really good one too. Really,
The
really good.
Pirlos, these ones right here?
Those are the Pirlos, and the Tatis were the same model. They just had a tongue, and they were all gold. Yeah, and then those Pirlos though are really solid boots. That Tiempo lineup too.
Hold it up. You gotta look at it up here.
That
so
specific
that people can
Tiempo lineup was a really great model, really comfortable, a little
It
bit more
is.
of a wide fit. Because on the new Tempos, they're awesome boots. One thing that you're gonna notice as far as the difference is that it has more of a Flyknit on the mid portion where the laces are. Keeps things a little bit more locked in because they wanted to have that focus more towards strikers. I don't know how far of a focus that is, but I mean, you see Virgil van Dijk and you see Jordan Henderson stuff.
That's the comfort boot.
It's the comfort boot, for sure.
Bro, this is like the inside, the sole of this.
Feels like a cloud.
No, bro, look at it.
It's got like that cork.
Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
wine cork.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bro, that's class.
Is it actual wine?
Made from
It
all the
is,
corks that
isn't it?
Pirlo. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
bro.
wine corks. that
If we're
Pirlo
gonna talk
does.
about class, that guy is like the definition
Who?
of class. Pirlo.
Pirlo.
Name,
Class.
name another footballer that's more classy than Pirlo.
Iniesta.
No,
Ooh,
no.
Class, dude. Class.
No, I'm talking. Okay, I'm not talking about on the pitch. I'm talking about like, well, I guess you could say on the pitch and off the pitch.
Are you talking about off the pitch?
Yeah.
Ah, man. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, as far as that goes, I mean, Iniesta, Xavi, they were all magic. They were Pirlo. I really like his playing style because he was more. I mean, the way he would get the ball and just distribute it out. You know
Easy.
what I mean? Easy. Smooth. Yeah, he was real crucial in that World Cup win that they had in 2006. They were underrated, to be honest with you. I mean, they were playing against France. Brazil was in that World Cup. Brazil was stacked.
They were.
They were stacked. I always remember that Brazil team. And Germany. How can you forget Germany? It was in Germany, 2006, and Italy. They pulled it together. I mean, they were coached well. strong backbone.
And then Zidane just did his thing.
Oof, Zidane.
What would have been, if he didn't? And talk about the balls he then had to chip the goalie in the final like that and hit the post.
Panenka.
Ooh, I remember that game pretty vividly, man. That was a great
great game. Great game. We always refer back to actually when we're during the weekends when we have the TV going. We play that final every now and then. And I always remember that one. That was a good one.
Yeah, to Panenka, Gianluigi, because he was in his prime. Gianluigi at that time was in his prime, and to be able to Panenka him at that. That's like Benzema. That's
on that guy.
That's like Benzema doing what he did in the Champions League this week. Oh,
needing a goal too, huh?
You think Benzema's gonna get World Player of the Year?
He has to.
There's no way. There's no way.
Depending on what he does, depending on his World Cup, that'll dictate if he does it. But I think he's front runner. Like there's no reason.
That City Madrid game was probably one of the best matches I've ever seen in my life.
You think so?
Oh yeah,
good.
Because it was just like soccer itself has evolved to a point where it's very defensive, and some of the games are just like boring to watch.
Yes.
Because it's just like let's say if you sit down and watch an Atletico game, it's just gonna be like a few chances here and there.
Yeah.
Both these teams, both City and Madrid, were just like fuck it. They were just like back and forth, and I saw this meme that was like, Real Madrid has no tactics. It's just like, let's go out there and just be a good ass team, and then just like go out there, boom, 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 do whatever they want to do.
That's funny.
Like put in challenges. Like Modric is putting in challenges. Benzema's doing whatever he wants inside the 18, and it's just like no tactics.
I think what makes Real Madrid great too is their lethality. Like they were comfortable with letting Manchester City hold the ball, play with the ball, but when that counterattack came, they were on them,
bro. I love how Fernandinho went from like hero to zero real quick. Like he
got magged by
he read the first one, it, took it off of Vinny, gave a good cross. Phil scores it with the header, and then like 2-3 minutes later, same exact play, tries to read it. Vinny just lets it go through his legs, makes Fernandinho. Vinny scores, and I'm just like, what
do you do against
that
Vinny
is
though?
Beauty.
Like, do you press on him like that, running the risk of getting burned, or do you give him some space so that you don't get burned?
Well, it goes either way, because like I said, prior to that, he read it. And it leads to you scoring, and then you try to do it again, and it's not going to come out for you.
Reaction. He knew the second he got burned that it was going to result.
But Laporte should have shifted into that and like stepped a little bit. But it is what it is.
Who expected a man?
It is what it is.
Real Madrid responded real well because they were down 2-0 early in that game too.
Yeah, like 11 minutes in, they were already.
I was thinking, man, this can get real nasty. But with a team as classy as Real Madrid, when you got Modric and all those people that have that experience in the Champions League, they're not going to let that slip that easy.
No, they're not.
Okay, now here we go. This is the question that's been boiling. Are you taking right now, as you said right there, if you're a coach, who are you picking up, Modric or KDB?
Kevin De Bruyne.
Thank you.
I mean, but Modric isn't a bad person to pick either. You know what I'm saying?
No, like right now. Not in their prime. I'm talking about right now.
Either one is
August
a good pick.
29th, 2022.
I'm not going to be mad at anybody for picking Modric.
No. You got to pick one.
I just picked KDB.
Okay, why?
Because I like him better.
Yeah, KDB, he's solid.
He's solid, dude.
Bro, KDB is a whole different midfield player right now.
He's very shifty, and I love the way he plays. He knows where everybody is at the same time. Some of the one-touch balls that he gives just leave me in like awe. Like some of the through balls that he gets coming from the right flank, knowing that somebody's running on the left flank with a defender on it, and just puts it right between them for him to get that good first touch.
Yeah.
And it's almost sad to see how some people don't take advantage of that great pass. If some of those were done, man, KDB would be on a different level. Like he puts in so many balls. And it's not that he's the quickest, but he's just so aware of his space and where everybody is, and he has confidence in his touch. Like he never looks like he afraid out of it.
No.
But respects to Modric too, man. He took the Croatia to the World Cup final, and he definitely has his accolades. So that's why I think you can't go wrong with either one of them.
At 36, I think Modric is one of those midfielders that it's like
who has rings, championships.
But he's also like getting older and just getting better. And it's just like I think it takes a real good player to be able to do that. I mean, Xavi did it, Iniesta did it. Like they grew older, and then they grew more experience, and they got better. But some guys,
some don't. Iniesta
some
had
in
a
the
bounce.
midfield.
You know what I'm saying? So
because Iniesta's like about this, just a little bit older than Modric, right?
Iniesta's almost 38, I think.
Yeah,
he's 1 or 2 years older.
And now, like 36, he left La Liga, and Modric is in there doing his thing. Yeah. But everybody's different,
Yeah, they are different.
Everybody's different. Yeah. But let's go back into the
Thank
shoes.
you. Yes, let's bring it back to the store. The store.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about like what was your go-to shoe, or what is your go-to shoe?
To be honest with you, for the sake of knowing how all the shoes fit, I've tried on a variety. I'll definitely say. As of recent, I really like the Phantom GTs. Phantom GTs, actually, these orange boots right over here. This is one of them. That's actually a new colorway that just came out. Phantom GTs, I like the overall fit of them. It's a little bit more of a wider fit compared to the Mercurial Vapors.
That was a big issue for me. I have wide feet, and I'd always try to put Mercurials on. Those, oh my god, they'd be squeezing me.
Mm-hmm. The new Mercurials, the Vapor 14s, are a little bit more comfortable than the previous ones based on previous feedback that I've received. The Phantom GTs, they fit a little bit more wider. They have
those look nice.
More of a side lacing system. People are 50-50 about that boot, to be honest with you, in terms of comfort. It doesn't have necessarily the most padded.
If you like leather, it seems kind of weird.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it for people that are used to leather boots. But
if you want a snug fit, that's good.
Snug fit.
That's gonna hug your foot.
You just want to kick the life out of the ball. Yeah, that's a good boot to do it. The sole plate is real nice on those two. I just feel like when you put that boot on, it has a nice kind of a bounce to it, similar to the Vapor 14s. These boots, they replaced the Phantom Visions and the Phantom Venoms, which are really popular as well. And those two previous ones replaced the Hyper Venoms that were really popular. And the Hyper Venoms were a really popular shoe overall. Of course, and every now and then you hear about them breaking down and whatnot. I think the one thing that could have changed the course of the Hyper Venoms was when you remember the first model that they had, it was that orange and black one with the dimpled material on it.
Yeah.
That one, when they had it with Neymar, was real popular. Of course, it would break down and whatnot. I think they were trying to update it and upgrade it with some new materials and whatnot, but it wasn't as popular with the public. As far as, like, if you see actually this one right here, it's the Phantom Finish.
This one to me just doesn't look nice.
Yeah, it
looks bulky. It doesn't look sleek. It doesn't look quick. It doesn't look like a Cobra. You know, it doesn't give me that vibe.
The very first Phantom Venoms or Phantom Visions.
These are nice.
Yeah. So the Hyper Venoms were really popular, and the course of those boots could have been altered a little bit, but you know, at the end of the day, with the market nowadays, there's a new design that comes in and takes place of an older one every year.
Let me see.
Yeah, that's a Phantom GT. So that's one of the new models, but it's the flyleaf system. So it's a little bit different for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of 50-50
I don't like
that
it.
one too. Yeah, it's not the traditional kind of fit to them. And then you have something like that. Yeah, you have something like that right there, and then you also have the laceless boots that Adidas specializes in. And Adidas, they do a great job with the laceless boots, actually. I mean, it's a really popular design. I mean, we have some of the Speed Flows that are laceless, and I believe a couple of the Predators up top as well. And then Copa Senses, too. So Copa Sense is a model that kind of goes after the whole Copa lineup with the leather material. It doesn't have as much leather as like a Copa Mundial would, but it has that kind of locked-in, lightweight feel that's really popular nowadays. Right now, it's the lighter, the tighter the boot fits.
Lighter, the tighter, the sleeker, the colorful, the pop-in, different colors. Now they're using 5-6 different colors layered on top of each other.
Yep.
It's just like stand out as big as you can.
The game has evolved. It really has. It's like a sneaker store kind of concept now. Well, that's at least what we have, where every new colorway that comes out, we try to get it. And then anytime they have a limited edition model that's new or it's from the past, we try to bring it in as well. Whether the limited editions they sell or not.
That was some of my questions.
Yeah.
The questions that I had was, one, how your dad probably feels seeing the boots that are being sold now compared to the ones that were before. Like, you could be like, look, man, this fire, bright pink boot with blue squares is to shoe, and he's just like, what do you mean? Like, the Copa's black and white. Has he told you anything about what's coming out today?
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'm gonna touch up on that. Yeah. About 4 years ago, actually, when we started with the social media, really taking it to a whole different level, I wanted to kind of incorporate that as well, to really, from the get-go, as far as having that Instagram, having this exclusive boots to really pop and make the page more visible and more
bring more eyes. You
more
put some
eyes.
Totis in front of them, some R10s,
Like,
some
whoa,
Gauchos.
I haven't seen a store like this that has something like this. Usually it might be like a basic model or something that's going to be posted on the media. No, that's not how we wanted to go about it. I said, if we want to get the social media up and running and really get it somewhere, we have to have the footwear that's going to, stand out. So there was the first boot that I brought in was the Cristiano's. It was when he first joined Juve, and it was black and it had Cristiano written on the side of it, and that was a really good model. And we brought one of those in, and it was for $400. And we haven't sold a boot in that price point ever before. And then within a couple of weeks, it sold. Then we used that money.
It sold? What did you think when it sold?
It sold. Like, oh, snap. That's what's up. You know what I mean?
Is that the most expensive boot that's walked out of the store?
No.
What's the most expensive?
That's a good question.
No.
Sorry to derail you that way.
No. That's no problem. Is the phone okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. I got to check on the phone. We've had What the Mercurials, which was a collaboration of, it was like a Superfly model that had a collaboration of all the previous really popular colorways.
Yes, like a stitched in.
Yes. We sold that just under a G.
Under a G?
Just under a G.
Who took that boot?
It was actually a great client of ours. She plays for FC Dallas, in the academy team right now, and real great client. And they picked those up, and we've had a couple pairs of the Off-White Vapors, the orange boots. We had some people pick those up as well. It's one of those things that once my pop saw that we could sell this kind of price point of boots,
He was like, whoa.
He's like, okay, that's what's up. And then slowly but surely we kept going at it. Anytime there was a limited edition drop, we had all eyes on them. I mean, I'd stay up till 2 or 3 in the morning because every now and then
you have to catch them.
You got to catch them, especially like if there's a source overseas that releases them before somewhere domestic does. I got to stay up late for it. I don't mind one bit because it's a good feel. I'll sleep real good if I can secure at least a couple pairs of
You know
those.
who's good at securing a pair of shoes too? Is Chava. He probably does he help you secure soccer shoes too? Or what?
Oh yeah, Chava and I, we're real good partners as far as that goes, and we're gonna.
That's a skill.
Yeah, it's a real skill. And we're gonna continue to expand on that. Actually,
yes.
Yeah, we're in real good talks as far as different tactics that we can use to really secure as many as we can when there's a drop. So, no, it's been real special, man. We try to have that concept of having that variety. You know what I mean? We don't want to stay complacent. We don't want to stay stagnant. We want to keep our selection dynamic for sure. We take pride in it, man. We take pride in the footwear that we carry.
Yeah,
sure.
and I think that's one thing that even customers notice because you have repeat customers, you have famous customers, and that's one thing that they're expecting to see is the latest and greatest boot. And if they can't see it here, they can now find you online.
Yep.
You brought up social media. Have you seen their social media? Their TikTok, you get hundreds of thousands of views on some of these TikToks. And I wanted to salute you, man. That's some great work that you're doing on TikTok.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you. TikTok it's the new wave. If you're not on it, you got to get on it ASAP. It's one of those things that as far as approaching it, like, how do we approach TikTok? It's what the new generations are watching. And it really took off couple of years ago when COVID really popped up, right?
Yes.
And everybody was at the house, and social media.
Ramin sitting here amongst all these boots, like, what do I do? What do
I do, man? Like, how do I really get this going? And I think just over a year ago, we started up. We did a series of videos, and then one of them really caught an algorithm. It used a clip of a song. It was like a famous kind of trend going on. There was a specific clip of a song. And I put that in there, and we got about 100K views. Oh, snap. So this is really what it is.
Yeah.
Right?
First wave TikTok was different. Anything would get hundreds of thousands of views. And if you were doing it at that time, you were first, too.
First. Yeah, for sure. And that's one of those things that we could have started up earlier, but, no regrets. I mean, right now we have it to where the trend is like this is a lot of fun. It's the shrink wrapping of the
Have
boots.
you seen the shrink wrapping? That's like your signature TikTok.
Yes, man. It's been real fun too. It's something real simple. It's a lot of fun. I mean, we do it for all the limited edition boots that we get. And
you know what would be fire? Have you seen that trend that people used to throw the shoe up and then they'd kick it and then they change into the gear?
Oh yeah.
With all the cleats that you have here, you can just grab a boot.
Dude, so many different,
You know,
Boot of the day.
we were talking about that
boot of
here.
the
All the
day.
ideas that he could be doing, and
For
we're
sure.
not gonna mention them here, but yeah,
We're gonna incorporate those ideas. Oh yeah, absolutely. No, here's the thing: is like the more ideas, the better. You know what I mean? And the shrink wrapping, it's really, it's fun. It's been a.
you're
popular
having
concept.
fun. You are.
I'm
I see him having fun. The shoes
Yeah.
now dropping out of the sky. He's catching
Yeah.
it. He's like doing the mustache thing. He's good, bro. He's good.
Yeah,
They eat it
yeah.
up. And then I read the comments. Man, the comments crack me up because
Yeah.
there's something about putting something out and then watching people comment on it, and then not only comment on it, but then start arguing and bickering.
Yep.
That's when it gets kind of weird because you put out a video that's now generating a type of emotion with random people. Can you hit that red button over there? Isn't that wild? Like you just put something out and it's just like generating this crazy energy that's just
a bunch of comments. I mean, we're getting a lot of comments from overseas, questions from overseas, asking if we ship from all different languages too. We're good.
that's perfect.
All right. Yeah. So we're getting a lot of comments from overseas and different languages and whatnot. I really don't know what you all are saying. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
appreciate you guys commenting.
Are you a little overwhelmed by the amount of comments and everything that you're getting, or
I've had it to where the notifications are
turned off?
turned off. They're checked at a certain time in the day. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
once or twice in the day I kind of check to see, because every now and then there might actually be a customer in the U.S. that I can actually do something with. We can't do international shipping right now, which is no problem. That's something that we're looking into. But yeah. We got a lot of comments and a lot of views, and it's one of those things. Yeah, as I said, TikTok is definitely the new wave, because those views, they go to the Instagram, they go to the website, they go to the Facebook too, and it's real fun to be a part of, man. It's one of those things that I would say any local business needs to do ASAP.
Yeah.
That's my recommendation to them, is the quicker that they can do it and they can find a trend that works, it's only beneficial. It takes only, I would say, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes of their day to do it. But dude, if you do it and you catch a nice algorithm, and then next thing you know, your company blows up, it's all worth it.
That is all worth it.
It's
It
all
takes
worth it.
one cell to acknowledge that. Okay,
Yeah.
this is, and it's free.
It's free.
On top of all that, it's funny. It's wild, dude. Soccer USA is a presence on TikTok.
That's funny. I love that.
So what's next then? Like, what are you gonna do next? Like, now that you got this little community growing, like, I know we were talking about making different kind of series of videos for TikTok.
Absolutely. Yeah, we want to get to where we have more YouTube clips too. We want to have different kind of shoe reviews that we do, kind of like humorous skits as well. I want to really incorporate that. I've had all these different kinds of ideas. It's just finding the right moments to put them into place. And of course, we're really going to stay on top of our footwear as always. And I definitely think there's a lot that we want to have going on at all times. It's not one of those things we just want to have one project going. I want to have multiple things going on, especially with, you got the World Cup coming along, but before that, even the summertime. Summertime is going to be something. We always try to focus on the specific season and how we can go about it too. What will catch the eye more, and kind of what season we're in. Because right now we're in a season where
Ramin's like, all right, Western's coming up. We're going to get some people coming in.
Absolutely.
Winter
yeah.
season's coming up. We're getting high school season's coming up. Club season's coming up in August. Like, all that, huh?
Always thinking about the season that's coming up. And then luckily with this sport, there's always a league going on.
Yes.
There's always a league going on. At most, there might be 1 or 2 weeks off from whatever reason, for like a holiday or whatever. But there's always something going on that we have to be ready for. And that's why we're really trying to pack the store with footwear. I'd rather have too much. You can never have too much. Believe me.
Never have too much.
Believe me. Compared to not having enough. You know what I mean? I would say definitely the previous history that we've had is there were some boots that we didn't have and that people were looking for. I'm like, man, now I don't want that to be the case. I want it to where I have more than enough of those. That way they come in, they see the variety, they try the boot on, and they say, okay, that's what's up. Soccer USA, they've got it going on. And
that must be like an interesting game to be playing, is the inventory game. Like,
it's fun.
how much boots do you
It's a lot of
keep?
fun.
Then also keeping track of the data. Which ones are getting picked up? Which ones are getting bought? Which ones are people not really messing with? You really have to have your thumb over the foot soccer culture,
Yes.
the soccer shoe culture, because on top of it being a soccer shoe, I don't think that people know that some people really see these type of shoes as like a Jordan.
Absolutely.
Like they'll buy this shoe and might not play in it, or they'll buy two. But there's people that make a living having all the boots. Like I know that there's someone out there that has all the vapors that have ever come out, all of them, and that's a collecting thing. So soccer shoes are different.
Think of it as my collection that I'm selling. Think of it as the collection that I definitely see it as any of the new Jordan that comes out, or anything that comes out that's really popular. As soon as I can, I have a time frame for it, I'll try to get it. Because it's fun. It's such a satisfying feeling when you get a new boot in. Trust me. That when we got these MDSs, that new colorway in, the purple with all that going on, when I got those in, man, that was a good day. It was a good day. Anytime I can get some new footwear in, it's always a great day. It's a very satisfying feeling because I'm going to be able to provide it for the community too. You know what I'm saying? I definitely say the most important thing is our focus local first. We want to provide the community that's been giving us so much in the past. Because Oklahoma, man, I want to give a shout out to the soccer community in Oklahoma because they've done a lot for us, man. They've done a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's whether it's uniforms or footwear and whatnot. It's such a great community to be
Bishop
a part of.
McGinnis.
Bishop McGinnis. No, it's such a it's an honor to be able to serve this community. So we always focus on local first. That's what we did for our Black Friday sale last year. We made a local first before anything went online for the Cyber Monday, and that's what we're going to do again this year too. Because it's the least we can do. It's the least we can do is provide for our community first, and then from there the website and whatnot. That's for anybody that wants to come along. But yeah, no.
Eventually international.
Eventually
you're shipping it to Mars and the moon. Like
I got some clients in those areas. Yes,
nice.
Yeah. I had to use Google Translate to talk to them, but yeah.
You got any questions, Paulo?
No, kind of going into what you're talking about the Bishop. We have ordered a couple stuff from Soccer USA, and I need to order a little bit more stuff. But we'll talk about we'll talk that about
happen right now. Let's
he said right now.
Talk deals.
Yeah. Put some trainers on there or something.
Bishop McGinnis, right?
That's it. He's the head coach.
McGinnis, man. Shout out to Bishop McGinnis, man. They have a solid program, and they've had it for a while. They actually knocked us out in the 2015 playoffs.
Where'd you go?
I went to Edmond Santa Fe.
Okay.
So we were...
You played then? You played soccer too? Not only... Yeah, of course. I mean...
I played, and I only played high school ball. I didn't go and play college or whatnot. So we played high school. It was 2015. We were in the first round, and we were first seed. We played Bishop McGinnis. They came over to our field, and from the get-go, I knew we were gonna lose because the way we were like, man, we were all chilling. You know what I'm saying? We were like, man, just. But Bishop McGinnis, they came out hungry that year and surprised the crap out of us, man. That was. But shout out to them. They've always had a solid program. They have that grit to them.
Yeah, they do.
That's always something that I've noticed every time we played against them. They have that grit.
They have great coaches. The girls' coach is great. I heard the guys' coach is kind of, I don't know.
Is that right?
I'm kidding. He's the guy's coach.
We'll see.
Hey, playoffs. By the time this comes out,
Playoffs.
the state champ has probably already been announced and whatnot. But they made it to playoffs, and that's an accomplishment.
Congratulations, my friend. That's
Appreciate
huge.
that. Appreciate
Year
that.
one.
It's competitive. Year one too, right?
Yeah.
It's real competitive out there, man.
It is.
Next year, he's gonna. He's already thinking of what all he's gonna be doing. Some media days. He's gonna have.
Okay.
He's gonna make these player cards. The FIFA cards for all the players. He's gonna make one with himself too.
Why not?
And I'm gonna make every player come and get a shoe from Soccer USA.
Hey,
I'll
get them right.
See,
Best
perfect.
believe it. Yeah, we can get something going.
Because I've seen some of those shoes out there. Those shoes are whack.
Hey, bro, don't judge a person with the shoes, man.
They be some academy shoes. Like
buy them the shoes.
No, Soccer USA is the spot.
If you're gonna complain about somebody's shoes, purchase the shoes for them to wear.
Bro, Soccer USA is the mecca of soccer.
I appreciate you.
Attire.
I'm not gonna disagree with you. I think you're correct. 100%.
I used to go to academy. I used to go to academy when I was a child, and I was like, nah, this is not it.
Okay, I see what he was talking to himself then.
No, here's the thing, though. I mean, they can get for I would say about $60. They can get one of these Charlie boots, or they can get a different kind of boot. I would really get the job done. It's a good quality shoe too. It's something that we test out too.
Charlies are good because Charlies are used in the La Liga, La Liga MX. That's one of the biggest sponsors in La Liga MX.
Yes.
And
it's kind of like what used to be Pirma.
Yeah, exactly. Some teams are sponsored by Charlie. A lot of the footballers play with Charlie. And it's a good brand. Like, it's not really heard of, like obviously the Nike, the Adidas, but Charlie is a legit
for sure. That's one of the things that we wanted to bring in, just because we tried out the footwear too, and man, it's the real deal. It's the real deal, especially like in the Western leagues too. If you want a boot that's gonna go through a lot,
That's gonna last you.
I definitely say Charlie more than anything else.
There was some obviously people make fun of the Bravas, but there's some Bravas that came out that were intense and they were nice. And I remember I used to have one pair that was that go-to, and I kind of wanted to touch on that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I forgot to touch on it. Because I read it probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago that Tony Kroos only has 3 pairs of boots in his whole life. Like he has like this guy. I mean, every team has the boot kit guy. Yeah. And but he only has 3 pairs, and I forgot what he has. Two of those pairs are the same pair, but. Like, he's just like, this is my shoe. This is like...
Yeah, it's kind of like the story of Tevez' shoes. Yeah. All beat up and compared to somebody else's who always wears a brand new shoe every game,
It's just like, it comes down to the play. Because I was thinking about it, too. I was like, man, some of the guys that I've known that have been, like, strikers and stuff, they go for, like, the flashier ones. But then some of those classy guys that play in the midfield, they go for the leather. And I'm just like, it kind of just depends on what type of player you are. And I'm like, man, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Your shoe tells who you are, in
a little bit.
Yeah, it does. When you know, as far as your footwear goes. Yeah. Have you guys watched Ted Lasso?
I love Ted Lasso.
Here's one thing I noticed that they need to really look into is their footwear. The footwear is not updated, and it's not the elite models. You would think for
a show like that on Apple,
they're wearing academy shoes.
They wear academy shoes.
In the Premier League, you would expect them to wear the top of the line. Yeah, that was the one thing. A very good show. That's one thing.
But that's one of the things that you're just like, as a soccer person, you're just like, come on.
That's one of the first things I noticed, like from the very beginning.
He's playing in turfs at Wembley. Like, this does not make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Well, man, that's the one detail that you have to really focus on, because
you got guys like that who'd be like, hey, what is this?
Yeah, like...
You should write him an email.
Bro, that was me.
I'll provide him with the footwear, too.
That's what I'm saying. That takes, like,
that was me whenever I watched Goal for the first time. I was just... When I was a kid, I was like, this guy's good. I was like, this guy's good. And then, like, later on, after a couple... You're like, wait... Come on now.
You realize,
like doing the 360 on like at like this dirty field, and he just like scores and like grabs the ball, does the turnaround to give it to the ref, and I'm just like,
you know what we realized?
What is that? Like, I'm like, what? This is not what?
We had
slide tackle.
Yeah, we had Adam Kay, right? He's a coach. He's from England. He used to be the SCU coach, and we were asking him because he goes to play in England. Hey, do you know about gold? Like, was that big over there? And he was like, nah. No.
It was huge here. I was just like...
And then we came to the conclusion that, like, they made that just for us, bro. Like,
they did. Oh, for sure.
When I was a kid, I was like, man, I'm going to go play for Newcastle. Like, Newcastle. And when I used to think, I was like, man, Newcastle's that team in England. And, like, now they're, like, out of relegation zone. And I'm like, I knew nothing when I was a child.
It was a good movie as far as overall the concept of it. And you had the incorporation of the star players and whatnot. But, looking back, I was like...
They took the dream scenario.
Like, my biggest thing is, like, whenever he does the Chilena when he's in the reserve games, I'm just like, and the keeper like dives the other way, I'm just like, nah, this is not real. No. This is not real.
They ricocheted off of somebody, and then they didn't put the clip.
Because Ted Lasso, it did the same thing in the first couple seasons, but then it got a little bit better when it came to like the gameplay. Like they were like actually doing. They
probably realized that people are watching this.
Do you like? Did you watch Ted Lasso to like a good extent?
I watched.
Are you a good fan or not? Okay.
2 seasons.
So do you remember the scene where it's Jamie Tart where he has like to score from like a really far distance? Do you remember that one? It's like he has to score from like a...
Was he playing for Ted Lasso still at that time?
It's when he came back.
Okay, when he came back.
When he came back, and he had like a pretty far shot or something.
He toe-poked it.
And no, he shot it and it went in. But it was like super far, like probably like 40, 50 yards out.
The keeper still dove the other way?
Yeah, he did. Jamie Tart. It's good. But I was like, this is just like, the camera scenes or the smoke and mirrors. Yeah. But Coach Beard, he was recording like behind the scenes, and Jamie actually shot that from like 40 or 50 yards out into the goal, and I was just like, oh, okay. I was like, okay. But I was just like, this is pretty cool. But
Yeah,
that
it was a
show's good. That
It was
show's
a good
good.
show. It was a good show.
I can't wait to see it, like with them partnering up with the Premier League. I can't wait to see
Yeah.
what they do.
I think they're signed with Nike too for the kits.
Yeah.
If that's the case, I'll bring some of those in too. Yeah.
You know what it
Bruh.
has me thinking is we should record some Joga Bonito style videos.
Oh, those were legit, bro.
Those were real good.
Football Factory videos, but with some Soccer USA gear. Like
yes,
make
bro.
it like a
little combination,
like a
little
combo.
Oh my.
We
That'd be
did a
real good.
video. We did a
You
video one
You
time
did a video,
where we were
yeah.
juggling through Oklahoma City when Javier was in law school, and we just
Yeah.
juggled around. We just now that we could do it a little bit better, we should totally like just let's dedicate 6 hours Saturday morning and just
Dude.
go around the.
Bro, and there's so
Oklahoma
many
City.
there's so
Great.
many
Right.
spots that you can hit all the futsal courts. You can hit all the Soccer USA locations, like Southside here.
You man,
And
somebody
then-
volleys it and somebody chests it right in the middle of a Sunday at Western and they boots it out to a
Ooh.
futsal
Utah?
court, to Utah
To
or to
Utah,
another
to
futsal
futsal,
court.
to-
Yeah, that it has to be. We have to do it now.
Bro,
I
that'd
like
be
that idea.
insane.
There's so many ideas. When I was sitting here with Ramin, I was just like,
Yeah. No,
Is
for
this
sure.
is this the time that I was late? Because
Yeah,
because
'cause
I
we
went
told
to the
you.
other one.
yeah, you did.
Because
go
when you
together.
said the OG Soccer USA, I was just like,
Which
oh,
one is
okay.
the OG Soccer USA?
The OG was actually the one that's quick print now.
Okay.
And then we moved here about 12 years ago. We had there for about 20 years, and then
So this is the OG.
When I think
This
Soccer
is now the
USA,
OG.
this
This
is
is now.
the number one that I think.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
thinking over
Southside,
there.
when you think Soccer
Yeah,
USA, you
that's
think
the
Southside.
one that I was just like.
yeah, that's been around for a while, about 20 plus years now, for sure. This actually was 2 different stores, and we knocked down the wall and expanded it out. We had to with the amount of merchandise and everything that we have. And
Have you run into any issues? I mean, because this is your dad's baby.
Yes.
And then when he probably had the store as you were growing up as a little kid too, right? So you got to
Absolutely.
you basically have grown up here.
I've grown up here, man.
Do you run into do you butt heads with your dad when you want to do things one way and he just doesn't see the vision yet? Like, have you ran into those type of issues? Like, if he sees you up here recording a TikTok, he's like, "What is this?"
No, he lets me do my thing.
That's what's up. That's good.
He knows that what I'm trying to do is just beneficial. He knows it's all out of love. That's honestly what it is, man. From the get-go, as far as me being a part of this, it was just all out of love. You know what I'm saying? It's a pride thing, too, from my family side thing. It's from my knowing how many sacrifices my father's made throughout all the years. He's been on a journey that I couldn't even imagine going on, you know what I'm saying? So as far as that goes, the social media stuff, he lets me do my thing. We have it now to where I make the orders a lot for the inventory. He has that trust in me to where I can make the inventory orders. I can go about bringing different people in. I brought that artist that painted that, and we should be getting some artwork out on the outside too.
I love that. That's like some old indoor style.
Yeah.
Font. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. We have a real great understanding. It's all about my approach of conversation and ideas to him too. I kind of tactically, I can't just go and say, "Oh, let's do this. We need to do that." No, I just tell him as far as strategically, if we do this, this can happen. What do you think? He says, "All right." He gives me the green light. Next thing you know, we order some different shoes. You know, that kind of idea. No, we
Yeah.
have a real great bond and whatnot.
That's what's up.
I'm very grateful for, and we got a real blessed bond. That everything that I do for him is just because everything that he's done for me. You know what I mean? If I
Yeah.
can bring in footwear that's hard to find somewhere else that I know is gonna do pretty decent, I'll bring him in. He fully backs it up because he knows it's a special project too. As far as my free time that I have,
Yeah, because on top of this, you basically are running a business, but then you're going to school too, right? Dental?
Yes, I'm in dental school right now. I'm in my 2nd year. So 5 days out of the week, I'm in dental school, and then I come here for the weekends, make sure everything is good. It's kind of it's just fun for me to come out here and just talk to customers, make sure that they feel welcome, feel that their needs are met, ask them about what's going on for their weekend, and really get them the right footwear that's going to get the job done for them too, or wherever it's merchandise as well. It's really fun for me, to be honest with you. And then the communication skills that I've learned through here, I incorporate through dentistry as well. So it's it's a busy life, but it's a good one, man. I get to do all these things because of the opportunities my father's given me. So why not?
Dude, why not? He's gonna be pulling teeth back here and selling you a soccer shoe at the
Exactly.
same
Yeah.
time.
Exactly.
Yeah, you pay $200, you get a free cleaning in the back.
Free
too.
cleaning and a pair of vapors. That's cool,
Yeah,
man.
That's one of those things that I kind of keep a little bit more low key is like my
Personal.
school life. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I try to keep everything a little bit more under the radar, just because there's always something going on that I have to take care of. And you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's my business.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
of course,
It's
of
my
course,
business
of
that I
course,
gotta
of course.
handle. Yeah.
So you're doing a good job.
I appreciate
by the
you.
way.
man.
So
thank
let me
you. Thank you.
turn that up real quick.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. No, man. I appreciate you guys, man. And then, no, shout out to you guys, too, for everything that you do for the soccer community as well. It's one of those things that if you guys don't do it, who else is going to do it? Who's going to cover all the content and whatnot? I keep track of all the high school sports and everything through you guys, through the podcast. And the podcasts are a real special thing because you're having podcasts with these really crucial people in the soccer community. You know what I'm saying? And like Coach Neil Stockwell, like Tej, like all those guys. You learn a lot from because of all the experience that they have.
He's like, hey, they're all my customers.
All my customers. Who else? Let me see.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's probably like a barber. You know, when a barber goes out and he sees people that he cuts his hair, he's like, that's my head, that's my head, that's my head. When he goes to Western and sees people with the shoes he wears, it's like, that's my shoe, that's my shoe, that's my shoe, that's my shoe.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, anytime I see pictures of some of the players that I follow on the social media, I'm like, he's wearing my shoe, It's a good feeling, man. It's a really good feeling.
Some of the posts that are really cool are whenever you have like a customer appreciation and they're like a professional player or a high school player or a U7 player.
Yep.
Those are all really cool, man. I think the content overall is great.
Appreciate you.
Being somebody that creates a little bit of content for soccer, like there's so much you can do. Much you can do.
And one thing too is the support to it.
Yeah.
You got a nice support team that are helping you post the content as well. It goes a long way. That's what we have the guys doing at the shop right now. They do a lot of the social media as far as the images and the visuals, and then I incorporate it and I gather all the details and I post it right now. That's the kind of system that we have right now. It's been going awesome for sure. I think the more support that you have, the better.
Do you have any like people that inspired you with the content creation wise? Like anybody that you try to gain from, that you try to see how they're doing it? Like one would say like Gary Vee explains it pretty well how to like go about using your social media, because it can be pretty tough maybe just going all in on TikTok but then realizing that you're not using Facebook like you're supposed to. And then you brought up YouTube. Like YouTube also carries its kind of own swagger too, but everything it's different, you know. A 60-second vertical video to a horizontal one for Facebook. Like there's so much that goes into it, but like where's your energy? It's obviously in TikTok right now.
For sure. I would definitely say there was one person that I really communicated with that really started me out with the whole TikTok, and that's Franco. You know Franco?
Yes. We need to get a pair of socks up here.
Yes.
For Franco right now.
Franco, he's a great friend of mine, and I love his approach.
Yes.
I love his approach. As far as the first time we spoke, he came up to me and we really just got it going.
Talk about communication skills.
Communication skills, man. He's really
top. He's gonna be on the podcast soon.
For sure.
He has some wild stories working with CONCACAF and
he's worked with some superstars, bro. He's really had
Emmy. He's won an Emmy.
Yeah.
He's brushed shoulders with Tata Martino. Like that's why he was so good for them to travel with Mexico when they went to the Gold Cup.
Yeah, he speaks like a lot of languages.
He's from Argentina. He's a guy that wears many hats, man.
He's a phenomenal person.
Yeah, he's cool.
And then he started out the whole Maestro socks too with
those
his
are
partners.
legit, bro.
And they are.
I have a black pair and a white pair. Oh my god.
Comfortable.
Yeah, and a lot of my kids at Bishop have Maestros too.
And I think the good thing about those is that they're affordable. True socks
Exactly.
I remember when True Socks were popping, but they're a little expensive.
They were.
But Franco saw a need and he brought these socks, and now Franco, you're killing it, bro. You're killing it.
Shout out to my friend Franco, man.
Bro, I love those socks, bro.
Yeah?
Yes, bro. They're so comfy and like
I've never worn a sock that grips like that, what's it do? What's Franco socks doing for your feet, man?
So basically,
That's you put it
bro,
on.
literally, you put it on,
yourself.
and you're just like, what? Who am I right now? It's like a whole different vibe. Like, yeah, I've had the true socks before, but it's just like those. Like, you put them on, like you kind of have to like them because they're like $50 a pop.
Yeah,
Like,
you kind of have to.
Yeah,
like them,
there you're like you got to do the job. I'm spending 50 racks.
You're gonna work
put you
for
on.
me.
You have to work for me. You put those maestros on, and you're like, okay, let's see. And you put them on, and you're like, ooh. And like they don't even like.
Like, how does it feel when you
Bro,
put? Because I heard it
good.
makes the shoe feel snug on your foot.
Yes.
So I'm thinking, like, when you put like a gardener glove that's loose,
Yeah.
or a construction glove,
Yes.
compared to a latex that's like, is
Yep.
that
No,
what it's like?
So no. So it's like the
I love
latex.
making
That's
analogies.
exactly what- No, that's real good.
Yeah.
That's
For
So
real?
basically,
That's accurate.
like the latex, how like it's kind of sometimes hard to put them on,
Yeah.
and then obviously the bigger ones are like easy and they'll be flimsy. This is like the perfect one. It's like not too hard to put on, but it also isn't flimsy. You get what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
you put a sock on and you're like, oh, this is still too
It's
big.
kind of like a high top Nike sock.
Oh yeah, and then sometimes you get a sock that's like too like grippy, and you're just like struggling. No, the Maestro sock is like the perfect sock to like zoop zoop, and you're good to go,
good to
bro.
go.
His choice of materials for those socks were fantastic.
Bro, it's
Yeah.
amazing, and then it's got a nice little design. And you're just like,
Yeah.
oh,
Dang.
you feel like a maestro.
And you can
bro.
find those socks where?
Yeah.
Soccer USA in
Hey!
Oklahoma City. Location. We actually have it to where we had a raffle or two in the past, and they won the free sock. They came back to get more.
Wow.
After like a month or two,
Yeah.
we're like, dude, this is legit. Because of course you see the true socks that a lot of the pro players are wearing and whatnot, right? But dude, Maestros are always.
Well, those rose a lot because there's like the very frequent new style where it's like you chop your.
That's what I was gonna bring up. A lot of players now are
Yes.
chopping up the regular
Yeah.
soccer sock because they're too thin. They're not made as comfort. They're just like a small layer. But now people are
Yes.
chopping off the ankle part, wearing a Maestro sock, and then wearing the top
That's
sock
the way
with
to
it.
do it,
That's a
man.
new trend,
That's the
huh?
way to
And
do
it's
it.
really comfortable to
Yeah,
wear it like
bro.
that because
It's
when you wear
real
two
comfortable.
socks, you can be sliding, it cause blisters.
Yeah, one of my kids, like I was wearing my Maestro socks for practice. Like I put on because I like to wear the Maestros whenever like I'm coaching because I like to wear cleats when I'm coaching. I don't like to wear
Yeah.
regular shoes because it's just like, you really fit for the job. If you're
Some
not
kid
wearing,
might test you,
Yeah, actually,
they're
a kid,
trying to make you or
a
something.
kid,
You gotta
a
stand
kid
your
tested
toes.
me yesterday
How dare
because
you.
they were. He's our goalkeeper and he's like a smaller, heavier set kid, and he's just like they were racing. And I'm just there standing because I let my assistant coaches take the practice yesterday, and then there were odd numbers.
Hmm.
So the kid looks at me. He's like, "What's
Coach
up?"
P?
Yeah, he's like, "What's up, coach?
Uh-oh.
Like, let's race or what?" And I was just like, "Bro, I didn't even stretch. I didn't warm up or anything." And then so he's like, let's go then. And he just like starts testing me. And then like as soon as somebody caught on, they're like, hey, like he's testing you. And you're like 16-year-old kids. You're just like, bro, relax, But he's testing me, and I'm like, all right, bet. So, but they're playing like for games. It's just like if you lose, you're gonna get punished, right? So then this kid tested me. So then the other coach was like, hey, if you lose, the punishment's gonna be even worse because I mean, obviously, I haven't ran in forever, So we raced, and then I beat him and just straight chopping, and everybody's like, getting lit. And then so the punishment was whenever like you basically do like the little bridge, and you just gotta run under that, and everybody's just like, bah, 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 bah. Those kids had welts on their back. Someone had like a big handprint on their back, and I'm just like, don't be testing me.
That's funny.
Don't test me. But yeah, like I was wearing my.
He
Maestro
wasn't
socks.
wearing Maestro socks. That's what
It
it
wasn't.
was.
That's
Hey,
why.
that's right.
That's
That's
why.
right.
And then so I was wearing my Maestro socks, and a guy's like, "Hey, are those Maestro socks?" And I was like, in my head, I was like, "Man, do these kids know?" And he's like, "Look." And he shows me he's wearing the exact same pair, and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Where'd you get
I'm
yours
like,
from?
Okay, I got him from the Soccer USA on the south side.
Appreciate you, my friend. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
I got it from Chava.
Chava,
shout out to Chava.
Chava's the plug when it comes to
Uh-huh.
those, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I want nice true socks, but I can't afford true socks. And he's like, hey, I got just the thing.
I got you.
Yeah, exactly. that's who Chava is for me when it comes to the gear. Like this too. I bought this from Chava. The shorts I bought from Chava. Literally everything that I wore today.
I need
is
to
from
talk to
Soccer
Chava
USA.
for some J's.
Some J's.
I'm coming for you, Chava.
Nah, Chava with the J's is whack. It's the soccer gear that you need, bro.
Before you know it, like if Chava has his way, he might be selling some J's and some Tims and stuff up there.
I'll let him do it.
Streetwear,
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
something that we talked about too.
Sports USA
like, some sneakers. Yeah.
huh?
instead of Soccer USA. Sports.
Soccer USA, man, it's just What does Soccer USA the brand mean now to you?
Ooh,
It might mean
it's
something
everything.
different to your dad, but what does it mean to you? Because now you're
It's personal.
not just a store.
No, it's a lifestyle, man. It's a lifestyle that you wouldn't expect it to be. Like when you go into a soccer store, like, oh snap, they got some limited edition shoes that are out of like 500 worldwide. Like, what is this? This is not a soccer store. What is this? No, it's
Bro, yes.
it's passion, man. It's love for the game. It's love for the community. It's the opportunity to be able to provide this for people. You know what I mean? Provide that different kind of concept compared to just like a standard complacent soccer store that just wants to kind of get by. No, that's not how we are, man. We want to make sure our community gets what they need.
Bro,
we got some ballers in this community.
yes,
bro.
bro. And like people
We got
need to
some ballers.
understand that this Soccer USA is a legit soccer
Quality.
store,
You're
bro.
gonna get quality.
Because I pulled up to Cali a couple years ago, and then
Mhm.
I was just like, Cali's like Oklahoma is a small state, you know.
Cali's a big market.
But you know
though,
what
yeah.
you get. You know what you're gonna.
yeah. So when I pulled up to Cali, you know what you're gonna get up there. Like those are some ballers out in Cali.
Yeah.
Anything on the west side, east side, those are ballers,
Mhm.
right? So I pull up to Cali, and then they're like, "Hey, let's go to this soccer store." I'm like, I'm just like, okay,
All right.
let's go. So I pull up, and it's like this. It's called like I think it's called the
It's
soccer.
always something wild, huh?
It's
Like they had
soccer
like a
emporium, something like that.
turf field on
Bro,
the top of it, or
yes,
what?
it was huge, but it was just like it was this vibe right here. Like
Mhm,
this
mhm.
is what it literally looked like, but it's obviously to a maximum point where it was like just a big store.
Yeah.
But this is the vibe you got.
Mhm.
Like right here where I'm sitting at. Like I walked in and I'm just like, oh, this reminds me of that store. It's just like every shoe was lined up. They had soccer balls. They had because like this is a soccer store. It's not like all your other stores where it's just kind of like you have like your basic brands.
Yeah, you got
and that's
variety
it.
of sports
You have
and
like your
whatnot.
basics. It's
Yeah,
not
for
like
sure.
yeah.
Or when you
This
walk to
is,
academy
bro.
to get soccer shoes, you gotta go through the baseball, the
Yes,
basketball,
bro.
behind
Go
the
through the
construction, and then you get like a rack of 4 shoes
Yeah.
Mhm.
for soccer.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's like, and I love that Soccer USA brings that vibe
Yeah.
because
Sure.
we don't need to
Appreciate
we
you.
don't need to go to like Dallas. We don't need to go to like I said, to go to the east side or the west coast of the USA. You could get it straight here in Oklahoma City. Like,
Absolutely.
bro, Soccer USA is the vibe when it comes to
Appreciate you.
anything.
And
like
not
that.
only that though, but what I think they're doing a good job now that the TikTok is blowing up is he said like out of nowhere he just started getting orders out of state.
That's pretty cool.
Stuff
too.
that would
See
normally
that I
happen.
didn't know. Like that's pretty cool.
Just from shrink wrapping the soccer shoe.
Yep.
Those videos are dope.
Isn't
though,
that
actually.
wild?
Yeah, those videos are dope.
Yeah, no, it doesn't take long to make those videos either, that's the thing. It takes less than 5 minutes to make, and the feedback is awesome. Yeah, I mean, we were getting orders, and we got a website update coming up very soon. So by middle of May, we should have a new simplified website that's a little bit easier to access. But yeah, man, we were getting orders from all different areas, East Coast, West Coast, all over. And I'm like, man, this is cool. I mean, I was including little thank you cards in there, just personally. Personal touch, appreciation, because the fact that they trusted our source. And no, we're going to keep that going.
Yeah, bro,
That's
because you got to think about it. It's just like the environment that you have. It's like Oklahoma is still like, even though we think it's a large like soccer community, like those other big communities like
Mhm.
Are even
Texas, California, Florida, all these other like things are huge when it comes to footy.
Yeah.
Like Soccer USA is that like for us.
And
It's
we
like
gotta- Yeah, absolutely.
and for people to like be hitting you up from other corners and stones of
When you get a
the
chance.
thing, it's just like insane,
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So where do you see where do you see the store in 10 years? Like what could it evolve into? Like
We're just getting started, man. We're just getting started. I definitely say that we're just getting started. As far as that goes, I see just a vision of us expanding. I want our team to really benefit from the expansion as well. I want our team to expand. It's a certain vision that we have that we want to incorporate not only within Oklahoma, but we want to pinpoint in Oklahoma, but we want to have it to where it spreads out. For sure. As far as how we want to go about that, that's something that we're strategically planning out to where we can stay in the long run. And it's all about, having the footwear, accessibility to it, and we want to continue to expand on that as well. You see Nike, you see Charlie, you see Adidas, but I want to get all different kinds of stuff that's going to do good. I see us down the road, 10 years from now, I'll just say sky's the limit. I'm gonna keep it as simple as that. Simple as that. With the utilization of social media, and most importantly, more than anything else, is customer service. Customer service, it's proper recommendations of what customers need. It's having that variety, and just truly, it's that passion for it. It's most importantly is the passion to provide people. And I think if we have all those different concepts, man, we can really work something special. Yeah, I definitely say this is just the start. We started that Instagram 4 years ago. We had a Facebook that was kind of, stagnant. But the Instagram that we started up a little bit over 4 years ago, just a vision as far as, okay, we'll just post once a week, show people what we have. And then, as we were speaking about, and then we had, after a couple months, people were messaging us like, hey, I'm going to come and pick up these shoes. Can you hold them for me? Oh, snap. People are actually paying attention to it. That's what's up. And the next thing you know, it's building and it's building.
You said once a week you were posting? Just once a week?
Once a week.
Damn.
Once a week. And
I'm just like, that's not enough almost, no?
That's not enough. It wasn't enough. It was just kind of testing the water, see how it was. Yeah. And then we're like, dude, after a couple months, it was just nonstop. It was nonstop. And at first, I had a vision of, we got to make it look real professional. And I was hiring people, paying them, pretty solid for each session to, do a lot of the editing and whatnot. Then I'd have to wait for it for a certain amount of time to actually get the visuals in. But nah, I'm going to get my phone. I'm going to make it happen.
It's so easy now.
It's so easy now. And the cameras, the quality is amazing, too. It's so easy to edit on your phone, too. Give yourself 10 minutes, you can make a real good product that's going to be on the market. And, with the utilization of Instagram and then TikTok this past year or so, and having the website, we just got to keep building. As I said before, any local business, they really need to utilize social media and figure out something that works for them and just keep that going. I mean, everyone's on their phone nowadays. You see it.
Yeah.
Everyone in TikTok, they go through 100 videos. 100 videos in one session. One of those videos could be your video that they look at. Oh, snap! Let me click on this link, see what's going on. Okay, that's what I personally recommend. I personally recommend that. But,
the soccer store on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
The soccer, but like one of the biggest things that I think you guys have a building block on too is that. Yeah, you guys are a business, but you just don't hire any bum that's that's walking around. Like you guys hire people that live footy, like you guys. Every person that I've known that works at Soccer USA, I'm like, man, that person plays,
Dominique
like
was here for a while.
They love that, they love footy, And if somebody loves footy and they're working at a store that sells footy, like attire and accessories and stuff, they'll tell you what's up. It's not like gonna be like they're not gonna like if you hire a salesperson that has no experience of like soccer stuff, they're gonna want to sell you the most expensive one. But if you get guys like Chava and guys like those guys that are like, hey, they've been the game, they've played the game, they've lived the game, they'll be like, bro, yeah, that's a cool shoe, but it's like this is what fits you, and they'll talk to you personally and hook you up with what you need. You might think you need an expensive pair, but then you look at another one, it's like, oh, that one's 70, like the Charlies. I've never even heard of that, and they'll be like, hey, this is what it is, and like that's what I think for Soccer USA. That's a building block that really connects with the soccer community, with Soccer USA,
Absolutely.
And I respect that for sure.
Absolutely. I know. I agree 100%. Chava's a great dude, man. He knows what's up. All the guys that we have on our team, they have that vision for what we're trying to incorporate. And Chava, he's just a great dude, man. He's a great dude, and he's more importantly than anything else, he's a solid friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the guys that we have on our team, I'm friends with them, more so than anything else. And I'd say I interact more with them than I do with
someone else. You spend a lot of hours here.
Yeah, I spend a lot of hours here, and I look forward to coming in and seeing them, talking to them. It's just more so we have a good time. We conversate, we have good conversation.
That's what we gotta do at work, bro. We're not good at.
No, bro. I'm actually. I saw an application up at the register.
You think
so? I'm actually.
You said it best, bro. They don't hire bums.
No,
I'm kidding.
man, we'll get you on the team right now, my
See,
friend.
bro. See, yeah, me, not you.
It's okay, dude. It's okay.
He's got Bishop McGinnis in the play. Who are you guys playing in the first round?
We're playing Lot Eisenhower.
Oh,
Yeah.
By the time this comes out, they're gonna be state champs.
You manifest
I can see that. I can see that.
Manifest it.
I can see it. We just have to, like, the playoffs is a whole different vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
the one game,
bro, when we started the season, we were playing like these 6A schools.
Uh-huh.
These guys are like, man, we're losing every game. But then you're like, bro, yeah, you're losing, but you're not getting like
Hammered.
fucking trashed on.
Grind the result
Like
out.
you're losing like 2-1. You're losing 2-0. The maximum, like the biggest one we've lost is 6-1. But we lost to Santa Fe. Santa Fe's a decent squad, but we're playing like Broken Arrows, 6A state champs. We're playing like these big schools, and then when it comes to our district, that's when we kind of get into like a better rhythm. Like we won our last 2 games. Or we played on a Tuesday and a Thursday. On Tuesday we won 7-0, and then
last 2 games scored 15 goals.
Yeah. It's just like, bro, like you just gotta catch a rhythm. But when it comes to playoffs, that's a whole different vibe. Like that
vibe.
district don't matter. Like your standings don't matter because it's just about who wants it more.
You guys need to be like
Who
Boston,
can play?
not like the Nets. You
Bro,
know,
that's
come out
that
ready,
was intense,
hungry.
bro. That's intense.
Yep.
But that's what those boys have to understand. It's just like, yo, go out there and work. That's
Yeah.
all you gotta do. Because like I've been in a situation. I've been on both ends where it's just like you've been the better side and you beat somebody, but then you've also been the better side and somebody outworks you.
Yeah.
And that
Absolutely.
sucks. That sucks when you're the better side and somebody just outworks you and wants it more than you because you feel like you deserve it, but you don't do enough. You don't do enough to deserve it. And those other guys who might not deserve it go above and beyond, and they deserve to win.
That's kind of like his story that he gave us, his high school story.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. That's exactly what it was.
But the funny thing about it is that we play Lawton Eisenhower. One of the assistant coaches that I have went to school there last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then, per se, manifesting it, we make it to the second round. We play our old high school, which is Southeast. And then it'd just be the same thing again. It's just like
you gotta,
homecoming
it's
for
like
them,
a video
homecoming
game.
for
You got to
us.
fight the old ghosts that you had in the
Bro,
past.
I hate
Yeah.
that.
To get a new
Because
feeling.
last season, when I was the assistant there, we played Southeast in the second round, and they beat us in penalties. And my brother was playing for that team, but it's just like,
But
man,
you're
it's
coming
just
for
like,
them this year.
I'm coming for them this year. Like this
Well,
is the
for
year
this
that we're
year,
gonna
yeah.
come out and do something. And it's been a great experience. I know that personally for you probably your first year with Soccer USA, you're probably like, oh, this is good.
When was the first year for you at Soccer USA?
I mean, I've been here since my childhood, as far as just kind of being
Oh,
around.
he probably
working.
with just
Probably grinded in
4
it.
years old, just selling some shoes. That's probably what it was.
That's probably what it was.
They had 50 tunics. Remember, that was one of my first sales. Was the tunics in that big box. Oh yeah.
They got the screws, the
screws.
Bro, those are
the
legit.
16 pair
Yeah.
of studs that come with it.
The 16 pairs.
But I'm definitely gonna get those guys to come out here next year. Like if you're gonna play on the varsity squad, you got to get a new pair of shoes at Soccer USA.
That's the requirement.
If you had to
No,
show
no,
them
no.
some
That's
shoes,
requirement.
because you have some shoes here that you were going to show us,
Yes.
that you surprise us with, what shoes would you show these high school kids? Someone that's just like, show me the best of the best. What do you got? You got it right here in front of you?
I do. I got all the good
Ooh,
stuff
let me
right
see,
here.
let me see, let me see.
I got my exclusives here. Of course, if you want a solid boot, I'd say like a leather Premier, Copa Mundial. Those are usually my go-tos. But let's say, okay. Actually, this pink bag right here.
All right, let's get this pink
pink
bag.
stuff,
I'll let you.
right? It
If
comes
you
in
want a
right here.
classic right here, right?
It comes in a bag too.
Yeah, this one's one of those boots that's tough to find. I'm gonna see if I can get this microphone to stay up.
Is it just falling over for some
It's
reason?
kind of falling over for
Here,
some
here,
reason. Let me appreciate you. Yeah. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much, my friend. So,
I'm going to put some tunes behind this right here.
all right.
This is a commercial. You're shooting a commercial right there.
Ooh.
This is a tough boot that's really hard to find right now. This is a Superfly, a classic Superfly with the black leather on there. This is for one of those ballers that really want to stand out, and they want a classic boot that's really tough to find anywhere. I got a size 10 on these.
Carbon fiber.
Carbon fiber, yeah. Actually, on the bottom of it.
Carbon fiber.
That's a great observation, yeah. That's perfect, yeah. on the
Keeping
bottom.
that way the shoe can keep its strength along with the as light as possible as well.
That's the shoe protein right there, is the carbon fiber.
And now he's reaching over for some. What is this
It's the
here?
best seller right here. It's the Nike Premiers. This is the new model, the 3s. I got the black and white colorway coming in as well on these. Dude, this is such a solid shoe.
It is a solid shoe, and some
Solid
people
shoe.
might not believe it.
That looks like a
but
beautiful shoe.
If you, the shoe makes a difference.
Classic.
These are the type of that's the type of shoe that when you put it on, your weak foot goes up 2 stars.
It does.
And your control.
Bro, like the tongues that have the Velcro on the tip where it just
Yeah. This one right here, I would say is the go-to. Personally, I got those.
I love the
exclusives.
design on the bottom of it too. The attention to detail that this Premier has.
Yeah. Look at that. Not too bad. Yeah.
That'll leave a
The
good
floor.
mark on somebody's leg when you cleat
Sure.
them. So
oh yeah, like when you get the top of their foot. Oh yeah, those
that's
suck.
gonna hurt.
That's gonna hurt.
These are usually my go-tos. Yeah, like those limited edition ones I showed you earlier. Usually for the players that really want to have something that no one else does.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you got the Heritage Pack. This is like impossible to find anywhere. 2002 remakes. They get the remakes from the World Cups and they remake it with the new materials.
Oh,
This is from
okay.
2002 when Brazil won the World Cup. They beat Germany 2-0. Let's see.
God,
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
jeez.
Man. And then here's the thing, though. We have ballers that come in all the time, and they look for these kind of shoes, too. I got these right here. Now, tell me what kind of vibes you get from this.
Yo.
What World Cup?
That's the 2014 one.
No. That's older. That's old.
Older?
That's 2006.
One up.
10.
Yep. Diego Forlan.
Diego
Oh,
Forlan.
let me see that. That's so light.
That's the remake model right there.
Carbon fiber bottom, so it's really light.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Bro, those are nice.
What a World Cup Diego
This
Forlan
world,
had
this
too.
this episode's getting kind of explicit right now.
Yeah. We're getting.
Calma.
Bro, these shoes.
I'll let you
bro.
hold it. I'll let you hold it.
Stop! Don't put these.
Hey, did you
Oh
when you were playing
my
high school, like you
God.
could have just grabbed a boot, went and played with it, and then bring it back, or your dad was like, "No, you can't do that."
Can you imagine every different
Every
shoe?
day he was just
Pretty
trying
much. No, I was kind of picky with my selection. It was
considering all the shoes that you have, what would Ramin wear?
to be honest with you, this is not anything too crazy or too exciting. I would say probably the Premiers.
Premier.
I'm gonna be straight up with you. Yeah, the Premiers are usually the ones I would prefer. Super comfortable. Man. Okay, let's say if we want to go, I would alternate between these and let's say,
Switching boots at halftime and everything.
yeah, why not?
He's wearing a Tiempo on the left shoe and a Vapor on the right because he's a
Hey, what
right-footed.
where do these go for? These F50s?
F50s, those are 500, but I can do 4 on those.
Bro, these are so
Yeah,
light, bro.
yeah.
I remember I used to have a pair of F50s.
Yeah.
I think they were the green ones.
What are these right here?
These right here.
Bro, these are so nice.
Those. I've been looking at these right here
Yeah.
in front of us, and I'm just like, dang. I love the patterns.
This right here is
That looks like a Vapor, but it's an Adidas.
it's a ghosted. It's a very limited edition model that was only released in Asia, actually. And I know a guy who knows a guy who knows another guy, and I was able to get those. Thank you, my friend.
Only available in Asia?
Yes, only available in Asia when they initially released. But I made a couple calls, I knew a couple people, I made a couple flights,
This
made it
is
happen.
the work of art.
This
right
man flew all the way to China
I flew all the way to China.
to get these.
Absolutely. I took a boat.
Bro,
to,
these just feel like
here. Dude, you
and
with the brand
climbed a
that
couple
you
mountains.
with the brand that you have and running into issues of not being able to ship internationally. You know those restaurants that are like called ghost kitchens? And basically
What's
what
that?
a ghost kitchen is like a ghost kitchen is a kitchen that has licenses from other fast food restaurants. So it's technically just a place that creates the food and then delivers it out to people.
Okay. Yeah.
I was like, why couldn't they do that for a soccer store? Like, what if Soccer USA just drop ship shoes in Europe, you know? Like, maybe you can't buy the shoe, but if you had somebody that had a soccer shoe over there, you could work out a deal where you're just like, hey, just ship the shoe out to Germany since you're already there.
That's something that
It's just
I
like
might have-
2022.
I might have done
2022
something
just...
like that before. I might have done that before.
It's just like,
yeah.
dude, this shoe is nice.
It's legit. It's different. This one's a pretty unique one too.
ooh.
This is the
Okay.
EA Sports collaboration. There's only 1,500 of these worldwide. This is 958. The interior on that one is pretty cool too, on that medial portion.
I feel like the second I put this on, I'm going to turn into
Turn
a
into
video
Ronaldo.
game.
Turn on Ronaldo in Real Madrid. Score a bunch of
With
goals.
the noodle hair? Oh, that's a
Oh
different-
yes, with the
that's-
noodle hair.
That's
Yep.
a different Ronaldo. Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
God, these are so light.
Mm.
Bro, no shot, bro.
Calma.
I'm about to take these home.
Yes.
Sir.
This is...
That's a
Ooh.
classic right there.
That is.
Yep. There was.
I love this color grade.
Yeah, there was a colorway that was like all kind of a metallic silver. I had one of those at 1.2.
The thirty-siete.
Yeah.
I'm in heaven
Some
right
good
now.
ones.
I'm in heaven.
I for real.
Sure haven't, yeah. And they had the microfiber on the bottom of those as well.
This is sick, dude.
I'm
Yep.
just gonna come try out every single shoe.
Don't do that,
Please,
bro.
try it out. Wear them a couple
This
times.
guy has
bring 'em
bunions
back.
on his feet. You don't want his feet in your shoes. Just kidding.
Bro, why you putting my
Exposed.
business out there like that, bro?
Exposed.
Yeah, you're exposing
Exposed.
me.
Let's go
man.
get a pedicure after this, bro. We'll be all right. They'll
I'll-
get us straight.
All three of us, or what? We gotta wait for Chava to come, and then we'll all go.
All four of us get a
No. Leave Chava here. Leave Chava here.
job here.
Us
Chava
three.
here.
Us three.
I'll let Chava run the shop.
Yeah.
We'll go out and get our.
Get our feet taken care of.
Yeah, this is another one too. I like this one. This is
So he's treating us right now for the listeners. I feel bad for the listeners, but
They can't
hopefully
see.
by
I
then,
mean, I guess they could see.
hopefully by
but-
now I have this all on YouTube. But he's handing us boxes and boxes of different types of
Yeah.
shoes. And right here, what I have in my hand is a Nike shoe. It's
Oh
a
my
Phantom. What is
God,
this?
bro.
$400.
That's $400. It's the Phantom GT Skepta pack.
I heard these are the type of shoes that when you wear, they score goals on their own.
My friend, that's exactly what it is. That's why I tell people, listen, you buy any boots from here, you're guaranteed to score at least 3 goals a game. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
If you don't, bring them back.
If you don't,
If you don't,
no
no
refund,
refunds.
no refunds.
He said guaranteed, but no refunds. Though.
But there's like a sweet spot that you hit this.
I won't be here.
This guy said guaranteed, but no refunds.
Guaranteed with no refunds. I won't be here.
Bro, I couldn't
Yeah.
stop looking at these, bro. These are
Those Predators?
Predators, yeah,
yes.
Predators. I got
Because
the Mo Salahs right here too. Don't forget about the Mo Salah.
Who?
So actually, if you know, Mohamed Salah, he came out with his own limited edition model. This was a remake of the 2014 pack.
I like this material here.
Those ones, I feel like the value would have gone up a little bit more if they would have won the AFCON. They lost against Senegal, but
That's a good one though.
that was a good one. That's always a great competition between those two. The Predator Pulses came out with the remake of also the Adi Pures. There was a remake of the Adi Pures that we had a couple of those as well. And, yeah.
These are like the Egyptian colors, right?
Yes.
It's like
yeah,
red and gold and
Absolutely.
black. Yeah.
And
Nice.
this one's a rare model as well too. It has the number somewhere. Oh, it's right here. 656. I'm just gonna say it's out of 656 too. So just to
That's
keep it-
wild.
yeah.
Well,
Bro, these are the go-to right here, bro.
the Predators.
Yeah, I love the
The tongue. David Beckham
Yeah.
made the Predators, man.
yeah.
Mhm.
David Beckham.
These
made
are
the
a
Predators.
vibe, bro.
And they do remakes of these all the time. The thing about these is that when they do a remake, it comes out for about $350. Now, if Adidas consistently made that kind of style for in the $250 price range, they would be on top of the world right now. But they do real limited remakes for $350. It's kind of a high price point. Personally, I say you put it for $250 and do consistent remakes like those, man, you'd be selling them like crazy.
Mm.
But what do I know, right?
Yeah, right. You just run a soccer store.
What do I know?
He just grew up in a soccer store.
I just
I mean,
grew up
he don't
here.
know.
I know a couple things that sell, a couple things that don't. But
He's mid. He's mid.
Crack. Well, bro, do you have anything to say, bro? We've been on for an hour and 24 minutes. Do you have any words?
I just want to thank you guys, man. I want to thank you guys for everything that you do for the community. Let's not stop. Let's keep going.
No,
Yeah.
we got to collaborate somehow.
Yeah.
Yes, bro. Come on now.
Yeah, Oklahoma City is a real great community, man. We have to just make sure that we stay away from that kind of group bro culture. We all kind of unite, support each other, and make sure that we unite as a community, because we got a strong community. We really do, and I think we got to really just keep that going, really support each other, because we got a lot of great projects. I mean, you're doing coaching for Bishop McGuinness. You're applying your insight for them as well. And I know Griffin Plank, by the way. Griffin Plank.
Griffin's my boy.
He's a baller.
That's my boy.
He's a baller. And for us to be able to pass down the knowledge that we have to the next generation and whatnot, that's what we got to do, man.
That's the kid that asked me about the maestros.
Oh,
that was great. That was Griffin. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Bro, that kid. That's the kid I'm always telling you about. That's like,
That's the one that you're going to miss.
bro. That's the perfect kid.
You're going to miss them all, but
Yeah, I'm gonna miss them all, but this kid is like,
on a different tier.
they're like special. You're like, does everything, like, even though he's a senior, that guy's like picking up trash, making sure that we're all like on the same page, and like he's like, and when he gets onto somebody, he gets on them like the way where it's just like you feel that you're playing like crap, but you also feel empowered to do better. And like that's the kid that you're just like, this kid's different.
I agree.
He's a cool cat, man. For real, for real.
Great family too, man. He's just got a real great family. Just a good dude.
He's an all-stater.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
congratulations to him.
Should.
Yeah, he's
As
an
he should
all-stater.
be.
So
As he should be. Yeah. No, man, but let's just keep this going. I appreciate you guys stopping by here. Yeah, we're Soccer USA in Oklahoma City. Anytime y'all need anything, just let me know. I mean, I'm easily accessible to the social media. You DM me at Soccer USA OKC on Instagram. I'll respond back to you ASAP. Anything that you guys need, whether it's uniforms, equipment, footwear, you know, the one and only. I'll get you guys right.
If you don't have it, you can order it.
If we don't have it, we can make it happen. We for sure can. Absolutely. And then anybody that walks, my philosophy is this. I want to make sure that anybody that walks through these doors, they feel better about their day. You know what I'm saying? When they step out.
Yep.
That's really what it is. It's all love, for sure.
When you walk in, we want you to feel better about your day.
bro, I already
Here
do.
at Soccer USA.
Soccer, that's right. That's right. I need to write that down.
Nah, it's trademark. It's trademark, brother. It's trademark, brother.
Trademark?
Yeah, it's trademark, brother. Sorry.
Hey.
It's too late. Too late.
Hey,
I'll buy you
Paulo.
guys
Yeah,
out.
trademark.
I give you guys
trademark.
all these shoes right now. Let me have that line.
Yeah,
right
have
there.
that.
Take it. Take it. It's all yours. It's all yours.
Bro, because I'm already going to walk out. I'm like, man, I feel real good because I saw all those shoes and I'm like.
I'm getting some turfs because I'm gonna be in the wild, so I need some turfs because you never know where a soccer game might.
Someone's
pop
gonna
up.
test you,
get
bro.
you.
And it's crazy because we're talking about it. When we went to New York, we were just walking and we just saw this like little turf field in the middle of like this big city.
Yep.
You
And
never
there,
know.
it's like I want to say maybe it's like 1:30 on a like I think it was a Thursday, and you're just kind of like nobody's gonna be out here. Now there was guys out there with their chelas and stuff playing, and they're like they kind of tested us, you know.
Mhm.
And that's where my reel came in of Javi hitting the ball towards Joe and Joe extending his foot
And then pulling his
and then pulling his hamstring. Yeah. But it's just like
funny.
anybody, like
Yeah.
anywhere, anybody, somebody might test you. You gotta be ready.
Gotta stay ready.
You gotta
and
be ready.
Luckily, Soccer USA is gonna keep me
Yeah, bro.
hooked up.
Like
Got you.
you got to.
So yeah, you anything to say, Paulo, before we end this?
Nah, man, I'm just trying to not buy some shoes because I'm just like if I'm gonna buy one, I'm gonna buy two, and then
I think
two,
it's
and
not
then three.
payday.
It's just- yeah,
Payday
it's not.
wasn't yesterday.
Yeah,
so we
payday
good.
wasn't yet. Payday is next week. So
Next
the
week?
catch is next week.
I got you.
Catch us next week.
Should have done this podcast next week.
Right.
That was the game.
Right, well, to the listeners, I appreciate you guys for listening to the podcast. I also want to thank Silva Studios. You know where to find them, 217 Southwest 25th Street. Bring the Silva to your house one plant at a time. They sell books, plants. You can find their hours of operation on Instagram, and they're doing more pop-up stores. And I want to say thank you to Ramin,
Thank you, guys.
Soccer USA,
Thank you, bro.
where when you come in, what is it? We want to see you smile, or wow,
Yeah,
what was it?
We want to make sure that you feel better about your day when you step in. You know what I'm saying?
Soccer
As soon as
USA,
you
where
step
we
in.
want you to feel better about your day.
Yeah. Soccer. Well, actually, it's local shop, global goals.
Ooh,
Ooh.
local shop, global goals. That's you got to get that on a T-shirt, bro. Local shop,
yeah.
global goals.
Gee.
Something that we're actually in the process. I'm gonna get some new shirts and everything, man. But I appreciate you guys.
Of course, of
No,
course,
thank you guys for sure.
of course.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really about
That's
it.
a wrap then. I appreciate you guys for listening. Stay tuned for the next podcast. The Mas Futbol podcast is out.
Peace.
See ya.